So in a situation like this, you definitely need to do an investigation, make
Absolutely.
sure that it's fair to everyone involved. How do you make sure that the process is fair? I think that that's a big challenge for employers, especially if they're small employers and they want to try to do an investigation themselves. How do you make sure it's fair?
Yes, you do have to, in any allegation, no matter how insignificant you may think it is, if a complaint of harassment is brought forward, the employer is obligated to conduct a full and fair investigation into that. And the knee-jerk reaction is often you assign it to that person in HR. And if the allegations aren't particularly egregious, maybe that's okay. But there's a lot of problems with that. First of all, is the person that you're looking at qualified to do an investigation? Do they have the skill set to ask the right questions? Do they have the skill set to ask the right follow-up questions? Do they have the ability to assess credibility? Do they know where to look for direct evidence and circumstantial evidence? Do they know how to write fact-finding, engage in fact-finding? Do they know how to write a report? These are not intuitive skills. They have to be learned. I've been doing this for 25 years and I'm still learning, and I'm pretty good at it, but I'm still learning. So, you have to be careful. It has to be somebody who really knows how to conduct an investigation. Because remember, that investigation may be Exhibit A in the context of a lawsuit.
Well, and I would imagine, too, if you have a small office, that everyone is just so close to the situation, how can you be impartial?
Yeah, that's another problem, particularly if the accused is a member of upper management. How does someone who may be in a lesser position investigate that individual? The perception is going to be the fix is in. There's no way I as a complainant going to get a fair shake because after all, there's a subordinate investigating the boss. That's not working. Or as you said, you're investigating somebody you know. So hiring an outside investigator, we come in, I don't know the accused, I don't know the witnesses, I don't know the victim. So I have an objectivity that's built into the situation that's not colored by how my personal relationship might be with these people. And also, a third-party investigator, it sends a signal to your staff that you take it seriously. Because it costs a lot of money to do that.
Right.
So it really shows everybody that, hey, they really stand by what they say. They're not going to tolerate this. And there's another great advantage with third party. You can shield yourself from having to make the hard call. So, for example, if you internally investigate and now you're meeting with somebody who you know pretty well and you're saying, I'm sorry, Kevin, you're going to be terminated. Kevin's going to start saying, well, wait, what about, and you're going to get a lot of pushback. Or if you're meeting with Susan and you're saying, Susan, I'm really sorry, but we didn't find enough to substantiate your claim. Again, you're going to get pushback. But what? If you have a third-party investigator, you say, well, I'm sorry, that's the investigator, that was her conclusion. And these are her recommendations, and we have to abide by that. It takes the heat off of you and ends that discussion pretty quickly.